welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Fierce Pack einiosaurus. Let's jump into the review. So first we have the old Jurassic Dominion kind of background on the back. Has lots of text and shows off the other figures from this wave. And yeah, that's about it. Also Jurassic Pack stuff over there. But let's get this figure out of the box. Just want to cut this, and then there's the other wire under its neck. Now we can take it out of the packaging. So here is our einiosaurus. It's pretty nice sculpt. Let's actually take a closer look at that. So first we have armored texturing on the back. Okay. Now, yeah. Anyways, there's the kind of osteoderm back texturing, which is kind of unique on a ceratopsian. Has nice knobs on the legs and pretty good scalation and skin texture. Has a pretty nice face sculpt. Good sculpt on the nose horn. Pretty smooth on the other horns, though. Nice facial recognition. And yeah, that's pretty much for the detailing on the einiosaurus. Also, the paint job on this figure is interesting because it's mostly just this one blue color, which I think is, and then the upper part of the head is a bit darker, which you can't really tell too good on camera, but the head is darker than the body. Well, the top of it, the lower jaw, is the same color. And then the nose horn at the tip is colored brown. And then there's these nice patterns on the side of the head. And then kind of strangely, it's just colored green back here. Though, maybe it would have been better if they just had the green run from the all the way down the underside instead of on the back legs too. But, yeah. Next, let's get the scan code up for anyone who needs this into their Jurassic Facts app. Well, anyways, there's that. Now let's get a length for this figure. This figure measures in at about 7 inches, which is pretty decent length. And then at the top of the hip, 3 inches, and at the top of the head, 3.5-ish. Now let's move on to articulation, which this figure neck is sort of on a ball joint, so you can kind of turn it around, but at the same time can go up and down. Well, it's not quite a ball joint because you can't move it side to side quite just like left and right just by turning it, but yeah. Then there's leg articulation, which moves forward, backwards for the front legs, and backwards and forwards for the hind legs. They do not move outwards, and for some reason mine are very loose, but that's okay. The tail swivels probably all the way around, and yeah, but yeah, there's a swivel for that, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's actually move on to these size comparisons. First, let's move it back here. Now, first we shall compare it to the, here's it compared to the Zuniceratops, which if we back both these figures closer, very similar in size. Zuniceratops, I think, feels a little bit bigger, but both very nice figures. I think einiosaurus in real life might have been bigger than Zuniceratops, but I'm very unsure about that. And here's it, also einiosaurus compared to a human figure, which is pretty nice. Let's see if I can get the stand. But here it is. Then, now let's quickly compare it to the other figure, one that was actually on the back of the packaging, the Morris Intrepidus, which here's the repaint. And honestly, if you're going to get Morris Intrepidus, I do recommend getting this repaint because the original repaint is wacky and very weird, and this one looks closer to the one in the movie, so just stick with this one. But anyways, also let's compare it to the old Miragaia from Wave 1 of Jurassic Dominion, because this is Wave 3 figure. And let's compare it to the Prestigious that just kind of recently came out. It's looks about the same size as einiosaurus. Maybe a bit longer, to tell the truth, but besides that, einiosaurus is a bit taller. Then the last two we're going to be comparing it to today. Well, you heard it, but it's Diabloceratops, which absolutely dwarfs this figure, but pairs up with it pretty nicely. And for our last figure we're going to be comparing it to today is the Pachyrhinosaurus, both ceratopsians that end in saurus. But yeah, pretty nice figure. Now as for my final thoughts, if you like this figure is honestly depends on the person for if you like this figure, but if you do like this figure, if you see it, recommend picking it up because it's kind of rare to see. This was only the second time me finding it. I did not purchase it the first time. I was expecting it to maybe come to stores a little bit later, but it did not come to stores later. The rest of the wave you can kind of be a little bit more hazy with, but since Dino Trackers is basically almost over, I doubt you'll be able to find the rest of the wave anytime soon. So if you see the einiosaurus and you want to get the einiosaurus, I recommend picking it up because it's kind of already was a rare figure on release, but it's definitely going to be a rarer figure later. But anyways, I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.